to your now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers. Careful, doors now closing. Nearing next stop.
Hey,
The Empire leader in creative innovation. The innate from all of us at Microtech. Welcome to the new Bandages Interstellar Spaceport. For the latest updates on ship availability and gate type, please use one of the conveniently located terminals.
you're right.
From the best in shopping, dining, and entertainment, be sure to visit New Babbage's renowned promenade. Microtech, the Empire's leader in cutting-edge technology, where creative innovation meets innovative creativity. Ready to up. Located in the tower, the factory produces all Microtech's latest rockets. the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle is visible.
Guess I had my mic muted.
Hello.
Hey. I just got in too. And Ward just came in a little bit while ago too. He's with some other guys at the moment.
Gotcha.
I guess he's helping man up Polaris or something.
Now in PTU or in
I have no idea. I didn't ask.
mine? Gotcha.
right now just doing some organizing. Did you see the post I made and members?
No, would not.
More loot time.
Oh, something with the munitions, or?
With the CZ zones, actually.
Oh, okay, in the pyro control zone?
Yeah. Apparently there's a rare, and when I say rare, I mean like rare, boss man that spawns, and he's wearing a special heavy set of armor. I put a picture in there. And people are talking about how they've never seen it. It's like, well, really, really rare.
In any, does he spawn in only one of the control zones, or?
Yeah. Apparently he's able to spawn anywhere in the control zones, even the OLPs, in Stanton. So apparently it's not relegated just to the control zones, but that's where he was found by somebody that got the armor.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, guess it's not from that. Huh. Damn it.
your broken shit off the fucking pads, dude. Jesus. You want to abandon it? Great. Just don't do it on the pads, please.
Lazy people.
Yeah, you're never changes. You show up and there's like fucking 10 ships all over the fucking place. It's like, okay.
Yep, that's all it is, lazy people.
Well, I'm up for whatever. We want to go try and do a different control zone or some other stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna give it a little bit of an hour just to let people, anybody that's coming in, come in, because I'm trying to get this. I've been neglecting everything else, so now I'm putting gear back in the ships and stuff. Trying to get caught up. Because I've also got a bunch of stuff I gotta deliver, get it refined so we can get the money out of it.
Okay.
I was working on it last night, but I just got so freaking tired of doing it that I left last night early. Damn it, come on. You know, I'm getting also tired of not being able to stack shit in inventory and box stuff. You know, you try to stack it and it just unstacks itself.
Yeah.
It's freaking annoying. What the hell? Shit. It's pretty bad. I gotta take shit out of my account just to get my account to let me see my shit. No?
Yeah. I absolutely agree.
I mean, it's
That
like,
is pretty.
yeah, it's ridiculous. Everybody's always asking, why the hell do you always take a shit out? Because I can't see all my gear until I do. That's actually why.
I personally think, it's just you like playing Ken and Barbie.
Oh, is that what it is? Well, there's no
That's my
Barbie, damn
story.
it. The problem is there's no damn Barbie.
There's no Barbie.
Yeah.
Well, there is. You could just log into your wife's account,
Yeah,
make a Barbie.
but it makes it kind of hard. It's a lot more fun.
Yeah, hey, you got multiple computers there, man.
Well, yeah, I know, but it makes it kind of hard to play and be
all you got to do is just put her on one of the tables, and then set her to like a perpetual, thing where she just does the dance emote and like something, something sexy, and just leave her in your hangar.
That's a good idea. That's actually a really good idea. I got plenty of tables.
I got plenty of tables. Just got to find something sexy.
Yep. Well, our underwear is about as close as that as you're gonna get.
Yeah, but I mean, gotta be something else.
I'm not really running around the game looking for mini skirts and lingerie.
Right. I haven't seen even a bikini.
Nope. Yeah, that'd make a nice pool table right there. Or dance table.
Yeah. Pool table. Sure.
And I even got the love seats. Look at that.
Jeez. I said, got the full Ken and Barbie playhouse going on here.
Really? So I wonder what causes this lock. Everything was up in the air because of some kind of invisible wall or block or something. Now let's see if I can see more of my shit. Probably not.
Remember, we used to have that problem with ships, too.
Yep. I wonder why my pocket was warm. Had my LED light in there. It was turned on. Oops.
Oh, shit. Yeah, watch out.
I was on low power.
That's good.
But I could feel it. I'm like, why is my freaking leg warm? I mean, when the other one's not warm and your other one is, it's like, wait a second.
Right, what's going on here? That's true.
It'd be nice if we could actually categorize this others category, because there's so much stuff in here that you can't. And half of it doesn't need to be in here. Bedpans of various types, doodads and trinkets that, tables, chairs. That's the other. I don't have any of my tables or chairs. None of that stuff is showing up. But I have ship parts showing up under other, and they should not show up under other. What the hell? Well, here's supposed to be everything, but good luck finding anything in this trash heap. And it seems to get worse the more larger weapons and shit you put in here. Look at all those. Why? What the hell? Why would it be showing weapons? personal weapons in the ship's weapon category. Having a discussion with that four while he's in that other group, and I told him about the armor, and he goes, "Well, it looks like a modified version of Morsov in some ways." I said, "Yeah, the helmet's completely different, though." And then he comes back, he goes, "I don't know, though. Do we need it?" I said, "No, I just want it." I mean, who needs anything, right?
Right.
It's a new set of armor. I want it. Period. End of the story. Doesn't mean we have to get it today. Doesn't mean I can't work on it later. I mean, it's just more information. So if somebody wants to get it at some point, they can.
Fucking carrot.
Do what?
I said the carrot is pretty tough now.
Yeah, I know. I had that battle, remember?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I had to think outside the box to win that battle, because it was him, a Gattack, and what was the other fighter? I don't even remember now. The only one survived, well, I survived, but the only one that survived of theirs was the Gattack, because he got smart and stayed outside my range, point defenses. But he took a beating in doing so, trying to save his buddies. Had somebody, huh?
Oh, just
Just what? You didn't finish your sentence.
sorry. It's very tough.
What is?
That's the fucking carrot.
Oh. Do like I did. It starts head on, using the trying to take you head on at high
I
speed.
got it so freaking red. He's red everywhere. He just won't freaking die.
Oh, it's an NPC.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a player. Okay, never mind.
No, it's not a player.
Yeah, never mind.
It would be less dangerous if it was a player.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, fully crewed carrot, yeah, but
Yeah, that's what
most
I
of
was.
them aren't.
That was the fight I was in, fully crewed, and it was like, ooh, thing freaking hits hard.
Okay. There we go. Now just land correctly, you piece of crap. Come on! God, they really gotta fucking work on the physics. It's just asinine.
Yeah, I know. That I agree with. The physics.
It just blew up. Because it bounced so violently, it went into this massive spin,
Yeah.
and then it hit the ground again 2 more times and just blew up. It's like, well, fuck you. Whatever.
By the way, I found another laser. The one that gives the minus 12.5% red.
The laser pointer?
Yeah, there's two of them.
Yeah.
One's called the tracer laser pointer green, and that's a minus 12.5 spread. And there's a second one that I found in my inventory that is just a standard 250-E laser pointer, minus 12.5% spread.
Okay. I mean, I've seen all kinds of different colors too. I had an orange one and stuff.
Yeah, I've got all the colors, but this is the only one that's got that. But this other one is a standard you'd buy in the store. It looks like one you just buy in the store. Then I was going to get rid of it.
I didn't know they sold them in a store.
Laser pointers are sold in the store, yeah. And
Really?
apparently,
What store? I haven't been able to find them.
they're all over the place.
Really?
Yeah.
I keep finding flashlights, but no laser pointer.
Yeah. But apparently, the standard laser pointer bought in a store has a minus 12.5% recoil compensation. Spread compensation, sorry.
Spread.
Yeah. Which would, to me,
isn't that what they all have?
No. Only the standard, apparently, that you can buy, and the green tracer laser. Where the hell's the red one? I'm trying to find the red, yellow one.
Has the spread reduction.
Right. Because I looked at
and the other one has a recoil reduction?
No, they both have spread reduction.
Okay. So no difference.
Right. But it's a change to the just basic one you can buy in the store. I don't know why they did that.
Looks different or just named differently?
No, they look different too. The tracer laser pointer is a big, it looks like almost like a square, where the other one looks very similar to the tack light you can buy in the stores too. And I just noticed the difference the other day. I'm like, holy shit. I don't think they should have done that though. I think what they should have done is kept the minus 12.5 on certain types, and the standard laser just is a standard laser.
Okay.
Hello. What you're up to?
6 foot,
waiting
170.
for people.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this stuff sold so I can the RMC and stuff. Come on, and then I've got to get the other stuff to the refinery so I can get it refining. I moved a bunch of it last night, but I got so tired of rinse and repeat. In the middle, at 7 o'clock, I'm like, I'm done with this. So I quit, went and played X4 at last.
I haven't played much last night.
Yeah, I played for about 3 hours, and by the end of the 3 hours, I was just tired of moving things and boxes and minerals and refinery shit and going round and round in a fucking circle. So I left the game and told the stream I was leaving Star Citizen and going to X4, and that's what I did. And they went along with me and watched.
I think I've played for maybe 40 minutes because I was already tired from work. Right now I'm in PTU in a fully crewed Polaris.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Well,
We're supposed to be hunting. We're supposed to be hunting for the Idris. Try to steal one.
Oh, okay.
I don't understand why people want to steal an Idris so much. It's like, what's the point?
Well, you don't often get to see it, right? Let alone fly it.
That and if you steal one, you can get one with all the turrets and stuff manned by AI, right?
Then you can kill the AI.
Yeah, if you want, you can of course kill them, but yeah.
But what's the point? By the time when you log off, it's gone.
I don't know.
Oh wait, wrong one.
Yeah, I guess these guys are like wave 1, wave 2 testers. They don't get to see the idols as much as we do.
Oh, that would make sense.
They're also all German, so this feels like a new boat.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh, I can't believe you said that.
Myself included.
Oh. That was good though. I gotta admit that. Oh shit.
The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily. Careful, doors are now closing.
In like 30 minutes, there's a bunch of other guys. Some are ETF. They'll be probably doing contested zones or the Hathor missions to get some armor and shit, like we've been doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
but
up to
in
date
live or
with
in live or PTU?
And like,
Who are they?
it's Beef, Maze, Rage and Vitruvius, I don't think are ETF, or I don't remember them being so.
Stop.
It's the Black Sheep server. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
No. Black Sheep server. You mean that's the name of it?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, the name of the Discord.
Yeah, I don't have them.
Yeah, I don't have them either.
It's like an unofficial Discord for ETF.
Oh. That's nice somebody told all the ETF.
Yeah, they got a forum post about it some time ago.
Well, shit. Is it official or
I've joined
unofficial?
unofficial.
Unofficial.
Oh,
Absolutely.
unofficial, okay.
Yeah, just some ETF players trying to get together.
Gotcha. I'll have to look it up. Because sometimes it'd be nice to be able to,
Well, I
get
mean,
other people playing.
I do like Appy Bollington and his fellows. I mean, I get it.
Yeah, they often got more people than we do here.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wonder if when the game someday is configured, considered done, if there will be an actual ETF group in game, if SIG will allow it.
I really doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I
never
mean, they
know,
could
though.
allow it, but they wouldn't make ETF an official org, I think.
Yeah, that's good point. Actually,
I mean,
that would look like favoritism, I guess.
yeah, I mean, it is an org, like,
Well,
Well,
but
it's
yeah,
an official org.
it is how they have it set up. They did,
Yeah,
right?
right now it is
yep,
an official organization.
yeah, but they're not giving the players
Hey, it's
org
a double
tools to manage
secret
it.
probation
Will
organization.
be leaving the station momentarily.
Yeah.
They're not giving players the org tools, and I think they're not gonna manage it themselves.
No, the ETF org is managed solely by SIG.
Yep,
That's why people get
and they're
recruited booted or banned for periods of time when they screw up.
Yep. And they're not, I don't think they're ever gonna make it work like an actual
I
arc.
don't think they can because it would look like favoritism. Nepotism.
Cronyism is probably more accurate.
Yeah, cronyism too.
Because none of you all is my cousin.
Are you sure?
You're not my cousin, uncle.
Are you sure? Oh. Yeah, yeah. Well then, damn it. Come here, boy. I'm your
Gotta
grandpa.
go. Gotta get a hand.
Man,
I'm
that's a
your
damn fucking...
I'm your brother. I'm your sister, mama.
I'm your brother's... You gotta be shitting me. It dropped me out of the fucking bottom of the tram.
Wow, that one's still happening, huh?
Just did. Now let's go see... Ah! Tram ran over me. Can I get out of here? I guess not. Damn it. Let me out. Oh, wait a second. Can I hit a seat? Give me a seat marker. Nope. It was kind of weird seeing the damn tram, though, coming to run me over. Because I was running down the tunnel that way. God, that looks weird watching this thing come at you. Man, if you could just get the seat marker.
Yeah, I tried for a long time, and you can't. I tried, dude. It just will not pop. It'll highlight green,
Yep.
you know, that dark green, but...
I'm gonna chase it down. Nope, that ain't working. Oh, now I'm under the tram. Whee! I'm running through the tunnel. I'm in the subway, man. Give me a bomb so I can blow it up. Then maybe I can get out. You know, it's funny, I'm inside the tunnel and you look at the tunnel walls and the ceiling, and they've got dings and dents like it's taken, you know, a rock or something's hit the, you know? Why would you put that kind of detail inside the tunnel? Although these tunnels could be reused at some point for missions and...
Yeah, if you remember the first concept for tunnel travel, they also had like that huge asteroid they're supposed to fly through for some of the squadron missions.
Yep.
I guess it's all the same tech. They just maybe they don't want to have like an actual huge asteroid which takes up a lot of game memory, but they're gonna like make it work like a tunnel. Just be generated in real time.
But, you know, it's just like saying, make a long tunnel or make a starbase and don't put emergency exits in it. And of course you get people, well, they're not finished yet. Yeah, but you know, I was always taught, even when you do the basics, use some common sense. If you're going to build a car, put a door on the damn thing. If you're going to build a bicycle, add wheels.
Handlebars.
There's a lot of crap in stations you can't interact with. That's what sucks.
Yeah, that too. But that's understandable just because, you know, they're building it out and that kind of stuff. But the plain common sense things like give us a kiosk with 1,000 items in it but no way to sort it. You know, it's like that is the dumbest thing I've ever freaking seen a company do.
You have a sort button. It's just that it doesn't work since
No,
iteration 0.
no, try. There's no sort button in the ship kiosk.
Oh, not the ship.
Yeah, I've got over 300 ships in that list.
Ship names in ship kiosks would be nice.
Yeah, well, here's the stupid part. You got all the categories across the top, like ship's kiosk, right? You know, SCU size, location, status for the ship's name.
Yep.
In real world stuff, those names are actually clickable sort buttons. I ran into a wall, I guess. I can't go any farther.
Yep. Maybe SIG has another vision for the ASOP that is not the ASOP. Maybe they are thinking of something else.
That's fine and great.
We're gonna see.
That's fine and great. We've had promises like that for 12 years.
Yep.
So when do Pigil, you came in on me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. When do you stop using that as a company, though, as an excuse? And say, okay, we're going to put a sort button in the ship list when we update it or something. I mean, they updated it, what, 3 years ago? When inventory stuff started changing? They got an update. Why didn't they fucking put a sort in then? Or a categorize or something?
Didn't they have to update it for the new item?
Right, the new item
Yeah,
stuff.
The new item shit, whatever they brought, they had to update it. They were forced to update it for that.
Yep. And I was excited because I thought, finally, we're going to get some basic categories, you know, some basic function. And what did we get? The same damn freaking kiosk. Not a single change to it. It's like
They tried to get rid of the inventory screen, but we asked
They got rid of
them
the
to-
track button. Remember, it used to have a track button in there, but that never worked. They got rid of that, remember?
yeah, they got
That
rid
they
of
did
that.
do that.
Yeah.
They was like, well, we better get rid of this thing we actually never did. That would really be a fucking great thing
Yep.
if we actually got off our fucking ass and did it.
Yep. I mean, it's not a
Can you
matter of.
imagine?
Go ahead.
That alone, being able to go into your Moby and go, where's my ship? Track it, right?
Yep.
If it's not destroyed. Hell, even if it is destroyed,
Yep.
right? You should have an ELT. Here, where's, lock onto my ELT frequency for that ship and go to it, right?
Right.
Regardless if it's not.
Right. Part of the problem they said was, well, because we're shards, your ship could be on another shard. And my first thought was, so? If it's on another shard, just tell us that. Sorry, we can't track this ship because it's on a different shard. Fine.
Right.
But the ships that are on this shard, track the damn
Or,
things.
and how about the shard it's on is,
Yeah.
that'd be
Of
awesome.
course they couldn't do that. That'd be
Sure they
bizarre.
could.
What? I know, I was being.
Oh, okay. Jesus, gotcha.
Hello there. I mean, it's 12 years, it's getting old when we keep hearing, but it's in development, and, well, we're working on something better. Well, we're,
Then they turn around and bitch because all the claims, all these claims, 90% of claims are ships that aren't even destroyed. Yeah. You want to fix that? I'll give you one way to do it right now.
Yep.
Or a significant percentage of them anyways. I'll bet it would be at least 30+%.
Yeah, I will bet you the same thing. I mean, that'll help too once it actually costs you something to claim a ship, but in the meantime, if you want to get rid of all the claims, then frickin' let us track our damn ship. Very simple to do. You know where the item is because you've got you have an actual position for every object in the game. And all you got to do is say, this person's account, these ships are out and about, here's their location. The player says, where's this ship at? Well, there's that object, here's its location. Tell the player. Very simple to do. And keep in
Well,
mind,
we do get ship markers.
You what?
We get ship markers now, don't we?
No. Only
Sometimes you do get a ship marker. You're right, but
only when you're really close.
yeah, and you can't jump to it, and you
Right.
can't do anything,
Exactly.
like that.
Right.
I get ship markers for ships that are on another planet even. I just can't jump to them.
I've never seen one.
Sometimes you get them, a lot of times you don't. Every once in a while, we'll get a ship marker.
Yeah, I've never seen
Uh,
them. The only time I've seen them is when I'm within 20K.
Careful. Doors
If
are
I'm within
closed.
20K of it, then I get a marker.
and sometimes they disappear if you get in another ship. It's like, oh, well,
Yep.
you don't get that
And
marker
that's,
anymore.
yeah, exactly. So you get in a ship to go to it, the marker disappears too. But the point is, it's just I'm tired of excuses.
The capsule will be leaving
I'm
the
tired of,
station.
well, we're working on this and we're working on a better version. It's like, yeah, whatever. Quality of life means something.
What's that Tom Cruise movie, you know? Show me the money!
Yep. Show me the QOL. QOL.
Yeah, show me the QOL.
It's harder to say.
Nah, Chris Robert's gonna ask you to show him the money.
Well, he's not going
As
to
he
get
says, you
much
keep
more.
doing it.
But the problem is, he's not going to be shown much more money if it keeps up.
Yeah, we're gonna see how
We need Elon Musk to buy
inconsistent
this
it goes
fucking
here.
thing. That's what we need. Come on, Elon.
He's building real spaceships. What's the matter with you?
I
You think
know.
he really is
I
going to
know.
come and?
No, he wouldn't give away
Nope.
fast. Doesn't even know it exists, I'm
Yep.
sure.
Right. Yep. I would agree.
He's too busy impregnating women across the fucking state of California coast.
Yeah. Populating the world.
Yep.
Where in the hell do you sell?
He's doing about as good as our grandparents. He's right in that generation when it comes to having kids, I think.
Yep. Where in
The
New
Genghis
Gravity?
Khan of modern era.
Oh, never mind. I know where. Yeah, he's got what, 23 kids or something now?
Now, 14.
Oh, is it 14?
He's Chinese.
Well,
He
the
can
thing
afford.
is,
He can afford 23. I don't think that's a problem.
well,
But
I was going to
yeah,
say,
it's only.
if I could
Yeah.
afford it, I'd have more kids too. I'd have
Fuck
20
yeah,
kids
so would I.
if I could afford it. But you know, he
If
can
I could afford it, I'd be hiring a chick to have kids for me right now. Come on,
Hell yeah.
line up. Making a nice, good contract.
Yep.
You surrogate the baby. You'll get this much money.
Yep. And the baby will be taken care of for its life.
And the baby, of course, the kid will be taken care of. You'll have full access. You know, blah blah blah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Do we have any idea how much of this stuff we need to keep? You know, Proto, sunset berries, ranadon, golden melon, indigenous root, hard.
I don't think it's that much really that we need, but I mean, I think it's in the, you know, maybe 20 somethings. I don't know. It's not, I've got plenty of it. I don't need to get any more of it.
Well, no, I
Pretty
want to
sure.
get rid of some of mine. That's what I'm asking.
Oh, I couldn't tell you definitively. You'd have to look at the missions and start doing math. I don't think it's that much. And you probably got a bunch of stuff that you don't need at all, right?
That's why I was asking if anybody happened to know.
Go look at the missions.
Because I know we need ranadon.
For the Rayari missions and stuff, you need that more. For the Workello, you really don't need, you need just very little.
Which server are you in right now?
280, if I remember right. You should just be able to join right on us.
Oh yeah, it's just that I'm gonna join on the other party. I want to know if you're around because so we don't shoot each other.
Oh, which one are you guys on?
None yet.
Oh, okay.
We're sitting minions.
All right, why can't I sell? Where do we sell RMC and stuff like that, or general goods? I thought the TDD was for that stuff.
I guess it's sell me.
I mean,
This, what the hell?
what are you trying to sell?
This, what the hell?
What are you trying to sell?
Gems and RMC and construction material and other things like, stuff that comes in boxes that you find out and about.
I don't know, might be the trade center, not the trade center, the, whatchamacallit.
Well, I'm at the TDD, the Trade Center, and it's not even listing.
Yeah, but it may not be there. It may be at the, the other place, the yellow, the orange,
You're talking about
whatever
the
the fuck
admin.
it's called. Admin center.
Yeah, I was already there and it didn't list any of that shit either.
I know they also made it to where there's a kiosk in like Platinum Bays now too that buys stuff.
Here, that's Omega Pro, right? Yeah. I'll check it.
I don't know about Omega Pro. That's not an Omega Pro, is it?
Huh?
I don't know if there's a kiosk in Omega Pro. I know there is one in Platinum Bay locations.
Right, but here it's called Omega Pro. That's why we don't have a Platinum
Well,
Bay here.
if it's not called Platinum Bay, it's not a Platinum Bay.
So only Platinum Bay, not just ship selling places, is what
Correct.
you're saying.
Yeah. There's a separate kiosk that just does that, a Platinum Bay.
Huh. Yeah, there's
You know
no
what I mean?
separate.
It's not the same kiosk that you would do purchases of equipment at.
Yeah, because Planetary Services here, admin, also nothing.
I mean, you might be able to look it up on one of the websites if they got any
Yeah,
info
probably
on
have
it.
to see if you can. Because there's Commodity Shop is in admin also, but it lists nothing. It doesn't buy anything, which makes absolutely no sense. It won't. It doesn't even list the other stuff, and it won't buy anything
Hello.
else. See if I can find something on it.
Welcome.
So that was 5 years ago. That doesn't count.
Hello.
Yeah. It's amazing how useless the internet can be sometimes.
Yeah, what are you trying to find?
Trying to
What's
figure
the
out
stuff?
where to buy things like, I've got cargo boxes of random stuff like quartz and copper and corundum and gold and shit like that. And I've also got medical
Well, gold you
supplies.
should be able to sell anywhere.
And then I've also got RMC and construction material.
So it looks like Area 18 will buy stuff like Rantadung, Orison, Grimhex, Lorville.
Right, but I'm at New Babbage.
New Babbage has it listed as well. But what's the store?
Welcome.
See, does it sell? Must sell. I want buy.
Yeah.
No, I want sell because I want to.
No, I mean, I'm looking at a different,
Yeah.
trying to find a better website.
That's the other problem. Is SIG places? I think they have it backwards. It should be listed as what does the TDD buy from the player, not what but instead they call that sell. What does it sell?
Alright, so harvestables. Is Rantadon one of them? Emoshi
Yeah.
Clack, I think, as
Yeah,
well.
I sold all those already. They took those.
Oh.
I'm looking to sell the cargo and the resources.
Cargo.
Yeah. So like, let me look up. Let's try copper.
Copper. Yeah.
Copper. All right, I want to sell it.
Yeah.
Right,
So Bajini Point, Pyro Gateway, Terra Gateway, Orison TDD, New Babbage TDD.
Well, TD it says 0. Okay.
Supposedly it'll buy it. Arcor
Well,
Kirsten.
the question is so this sell tab is not me selling, it's what they sell.
No,
Yep.
no.
Yeah, it is backwards.
Always, well, you look at the higher price. Depends on the website you're on, right?
Well, on this website, I'm on the UEX website, and sell is not me selling to them, which is what I keep doing. I keep clicking the sell tab because I'm like, I want to sell it.
Hello.
But they've got this backwards.
Okay, well, the site I'm on does not have it backwards. The sell, which is always higher than the buy, that's the easiest way to tell, right?
Which site are you on?
I'm on Galog right now.
Galog?
There's like the left and the right side screen, and on the right, it's what the station sells, and not what equipment
Yeah, they've
purchase
got the
buys.
terminology backwards. That's what I'm getting at. What's
And
the URL?
it's
What's the URL for that site?
I'm trying to see if Regolith has it too. No, that's all. Regolith is just mining.
What
what
site?
they really got wrong is that it's inconsistent. When you go to an armor shop, say your weapon, player weapon shop,
Yep.
you have buy and sell
Right.
on the expected order,
Exactly.
but
And
on
that's
the
what these
refinery it's
commodities.
backwards.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. It's backward. It makes no sense and it's confusing. What was that Galog site? What was the URL?
www.galog.co. GALLOG.co.
GALLOG.co. Got it. All right. So solution systems routes. Data bank. Search no. Trade ports.
And you'll see a lot of times they'll label what version that data came out of. Like if it's like a lot of their shit on Galog, unfortunately, is 4.0, but there's some things on 4.1.
All right. So trade port. Showing right away a bunch of. Oh, he's got 4.1 in here. There's a drop down for it. You select it, and it'll
Right.
be 4.1. Except it's got 0 for 4.1. Isn't that weird? Boy, this website's a piece of
Trying
junk.
to find another site that might be SC Trade Tools.
What the hell? He's got some errors on this site too.
Yeah. What? Let me see here. Where are you?
I'm at New Babbage.
You're at New Babbage.
So basically, the way this website reads, all of this stuff I want to sell, TDD and New Babbage should buy.
So there's two things. There's the New Babbage, MT Planetary Services, and then the straight up just New Babbage.
That's the admin. Okay, I'm looking at the Gallup page we're looking at. And it lists all the names, and then it's got a buy category that's 0 and a sell category that's full. So is that sell to me, or is that me sell to them?
That's you sell to them.
Are you sure? Because none
For
of these...
Galog?
Yeah. None of these
Pretty sure.
are listed in TDD. Not a single one of these.
Well, SD Trade Tools says that it buys almost everything. What picture are you looking at?
Oh, hold on, I'll come to SC Trade.
It only sells a couple things. It says Glaucosite and waste is the only thing it sells.
Hold on, I gotta
And
find
it buys almost everything.
Hold on. Trade routes, commodities, data.
Buys copper for 361 at base.
Copper. Okay, cargo.
And it'll hold an inventory of...
Okay, it's bought by Virginie Point, it says.
Well, Virginia's a new place, though.
Right, but it's saying that it's bought by New Babbage. Copper. It's
yeah,
it's
absolutely.
not listed. Well, it's not listed. In fact, the whole list here does say buying at New Babbage. None of this stuff is listed. Not a single item on this list shows up, and I've got a bunch of it.
The MT Planetary Service, it says it doesn't buy anything.
Right, I'm at the TDD.
Well, it sells waste there. Okay.
The only thing that TDD listed was the harvestables. You know, it's almost like the harvestables for 3 years you couldn't sell anywhere. They were broken. And now they've fixed that and broken the commodities. That's what
but I was selling stuff at other places.
Yeah, but I'm at New
Copper.
Babbage. I don't
Yeah,
want to go.
I sold stuff at New Babbage. All kinds of stuff.
When?
When we were doing that supply or die mission.
So you came here to TDD at New Babbage and sold
Absolutely.
standard normal stuff.
Yeah.
That's a gun place. I don't want.
Quantanium, I sold, sold all kinds of stuff, but mostly Quantanium. I even sold some copper. Any tin that I might have had extra of, I can't remember. I think it was copper.
Alright, that's the admin. I don't want that. I want this, Trade and Development Corp. Alright, I'm back at Trade and Development Corp. Where all the kiosks, all the consoles are here. I go in. Wait for it to frickin' load, maybe, someday. Select New Babbage. And it lists absolutely nothing except those harvestables. That's it. Nothing else. Hey there. How's it going? Wow. Just wow. Nothing. Zero. Zilch.
I don't know. Maybe you're broken. Here, I'm here. I'm at New Beth.
Okay.
I've got a whole bunch of Quantanium.
Okay.
Not a whole bunch. I got a little bit of Quantanium. I'll go and see if I can sell.
Okay.
Do you have any Quantanium?
Yep. Yep.
Can you sell it?
Nope. I can't sell anything. That's what I'm telling you. It lists absolutely nothing other than
Okay.
harvestable.
Well, I know I can sell that. I've sold it here many times.
Yeah, I sold the harvestables. Those are gone. I took care of it. I want to sell all the other shit.
No, I got you. Something wonky, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Generally, the main cities, you can just about sell anything.
That's what I thought. That's why I was asking why I'm annoyed right now, because otherwise I gotta load all of this shit to try and take it someplace else, and I'll run into the same fucking thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Wow.
Was just looking at my Super Hornet. Something must have happened.
Why?
Because it was showing, well, in the vehicle manager, it was showing the turret with the guns listed. Whereas before it was, the guns were not listed. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They're gone, but this, at least it's showing the guns in the VMA.
Yeah. Oh, they're probably there.
Very odd. Wonder if they did something on the back
Well,
end.
if there was a problem with your account at some point and the repair script kicked in, that's probably what fixed it.
All right, maybe. Very strange, though. I haven't pulled the ship up to verify this yet, but I saw it in the VMA. I was like, oh.
Yeah, they're probably there then.
Because I was going to go look and see if I could go buy a turret and try and do your fix you were talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, no, if they show up in the VMA, you're probably good.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
I'm walking in circles here in the TDD.
Cool. Yeah.
Looking at all the eye candy that's pointless.
All the stupid data that's worthless.
Yep.
Not. Yeah, it'd be amazing if it was actually live data.
Yep.
Like, yeah, this is trading for this much, here and there, and see it changing, or see it, guys are selling it around and
Yep.
have an actual market that you could look up there and go, okay.
Yep. It'd be also nice if it said this location, this is what is worth something. You could look up and say, okay, but why isn't it showing in the consoles? Because it's showing all the things up in these displays. Like,
Yeah. It's just, yeah, static fucking artwork.
Nope, it's not static. They're actually animated.
Wow, okay, but it's
fake data.
It's a repeating animation. It's not live.
It's fake. Yeah.
What's a good word?
Advocacy says something about, or here, pseudo something. Advocacy vows to confront outlaw threat in Nexus. Where's Nexus?
I hope everything works out.
And then there's a pseudonym reserve mineral found. Where was it? Gotta wait for it to cycle. Near Crawshaw 4. Where's that? Huxa attributed to stark decline in Grab Gen sector. So it's got 3 little breaking news ticker things going across the top. All the same, all over and over and over. None of them that are relevant to anything in the current verse. Which is the other weird thing, you got NPCs, they're pointless. They walk around, they stand there, they look at something that is pointless to look at, like a tree, or trash can, and they walk someplace else.
You're looking good, been up to much?
Once in a while, they actually get close enough to each other to blab out a few words.
Joe's right.
You know. Was that you and TDD I saw?
Yeah.
Oh, here, it's on the party that we can get our markers.
Hello.
Now, where'd she disappear to? Is that her? Yep. Now she comes in to see the butterflies. Oh, and the fake birds. Contemplating life.
Yeah, there's something wrong with the back end. It's not seeing any of my inventory at all.
Yep.
So I don't think that it won't buy it. I think it's an issue with it seeing your, it doesn't even see your inventory.
Yep.
Doesn't see any of mine right now.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a problem either with this server or the back end or something.
Let's see if
It
anybody.
is tough.
Feels like I've seen you in ages. What are you doing?
Took some incredible photos of Lordwood the other day. I know the position there isn't great, but if it's magic hour, the wind's blowing in the right direction, you can get some incredible shots of the skyline.
Price of doing business, I guess.
Well, so much for that idea.
I wonder why I don't see it.
That's what I was. Well, at least I know I'm not nuts now.
You're not nuts. Now, it did have that weird bug where you had to click on a different thing.
Yeah, I tried that too.
And the problem is they got so many goddamn ships here. It's like a fucking million things I gotta click on to see if it's.
Yeah, I gave up after a few of them. I'm not gonna click through all of them.
Careful, doors are now closing.
Oh, somebody said you gotta select set location. Oh, wait a second, but that's.
Yeah, you know that you gotta select location. Jesus fucking Christ.
You said try a set location, see if that does it.
Huh? What?
Somebody said try
There's
the.
no, there's no set location. There's select
Or
location,
select location,
which
yeah.
is a drop down.
Right, that. Select that.
Well, it's you know it's not a location.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Now I can tell them it's not It's working, it's not relevant.
Yeah, it's not right.
The capsule will be
I suspect we have had broken back-end communication currently in this.
I don't think it's this server. I think it's just the back end because I've tried this a few times now.
Back-end is just F foobarred.
Yeah, because I've tried it a few times and that's why I'm frustrated because I'm tired of freaking not having access to everything in my inventory.
Yeah.
So I was gonna sell all that shit. Now I gotta manually remove it, probably put it on a ship, store the ship so that we don't lose it.
I doubt you'd lose it, but
Well, we will if we get a wipe at some point, or a reset. Like for Invictus.
I don't know. They usually don't wipe shit for a .1.
Yeah, but with all the back end issues they've got, there's gonna be a reset coming, I guarantee you. They have to. There's no way they can let accounts like mine stay in this state where half our shit's missing and the other half it doesn't work.
As long as they don't take my crap, sure they can.
Yeah. You tell them that, I ain't gonna.
Nope. He's broken. I mean, I'll check the TDB.
Well, let's see.
Or what the hell is it called?
The what?
Admin. Yeah, admin center.
Trade division or something like that. Or
Planetary services.
Yeah, that's it.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Also does not list anything. And see, that's the other clue, right? The clue that is giving this away as the case of a back-end problem is if it saw, even if it saw something you couldn't sell, it would say, hey, I see you have this, but you can't sell it here, right? It would list it still.
Yeah.
It doesn't list anything. So it's broken.
Yep.
Broken.
Yep.
Yeah, I got maybe 23, almost 24 SCU of titanium. Not much. Every time I get a ship that has some, it fucking blows up when it like crashes. Which is irritating. Or it lands in such a way that I don't want to take the time to try and get it out because it's in such a god-awful position, you know? Upside down, fucking nightmare. It's like, oh, fuck it. I'll just blow it up and hope that some of it survives. So I haven't been getting much. But I am rather interested in getting my Super Hornet functional again. That would be nice.
Well, spawn it and see if it works.
Yeah. Yes.
I know what I can use to store this stuff.
Vehicle retrieval system.
I can use that crap that Best in Show Edition caterpillar, the one with the white skin. That
I mean, if you want to torture your eyeballs, you can see it. Yeah.
well, I'm going to put the shit in it and then stow it. If I ever find a place I can actually sell shit, I'll pull it back up.
Well, I think it will probably be, hell, this could resolve itself just by jumping servers, for crying out loud.
No, it's like I said, over the last few weeks, I've tried selling stuff and nothing works.
Well, why aren't we hearing mass fucking screams about that? I'm confused.
Boy, nobody reads what I say in chat. Why is that?
You're saying something in chat right now?
Yeah.
No, I don't even have chat up. What'd you say?
I said, did anybody do an IC or local chat, local inventory, my home local inventory, where TDD won't list anything that's there? And everybody's giving me replies about pull down the list of ships and select each one individually.
Yeah, I mean, I've had to do that. That was a weird bug. I remember.
But that's when you're at like a refinery or a cargo place or whatever you're trying to buy and sell. I'm at home and I want local inventory.
Yeah,
I don't want
it could be
ship.
local inventory's bug. I don't know. And maybe it'll fix it if you put it in a ship. Maybe you can sell it from a ship if you put it in a ship.
Well, I'm gonna put it in
That may be a fix, right?
Maybe. Give it a try. We'll see what happens.
I mean, just do a test, pull something out and throw 1 or 2 SCU in it and see what the hell.
Regardless, I'm going to throw everything in it because I need it out of my actual inventory so I can see the rest of see more of my inventory.
Gotcha.
The fact that I'm having to do this, even though I've talked to Sig about it more than once now, is getting to be, that's why I'm getting so frustrated, because I'm tired of this shit. It's been since before Christmas. I've worked with them. I've helped, they've used my account. I've given them every bit of data I can give them. And I'm sitting here with one of the most broke-ass accounts in the game. And they don't seem to give a shit enough to want to take a look at my account and see what the hell's going on.
I wouldn't say they don't care. They've definitely been trying and working with you.
Since before Christmas.
Clearly there's a problem that they can't overcome completely. Currently.
Yeah, I agree.
Who knows?
I'm frustrated, as you can tell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, got it.
Let's move it over there, I guess. Where am I going? Yes. something that's, you know how sometimes you have shit go on that affects other people, but as long as you don't get affected by it, you don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Sure. That can be a bit of human nature there, yeah.
Yeah, well, there's another side of that. That is, people being affected by it kind of wish everybody else would be so they could get their situation handled. I'm at that point where I wish it happened to everybody now. Because I guarantee you then it'd get fixed. I mean, if every player now, or the majority of players now, were having the problems I'm having, you can't tell me SIG would not be on top trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And quick.
Yeah, if it was that widespread, they might, yeah.
Yep. Instead, what the sad part is, the people it is impacting are those of us that have given them the most.
Yeah, it is. It is an odd whale element.
Yep. You know, it's not like we're asking for favors or anything. It's like, I don't know of a single person that's spent a lot that has asked for special treatment. But how about having a working fucking account? Hey.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
You guys,
Hello.
How you guys doing today?
Yeah, you know.
We haven't really figured it out yet, to be honest.
Yeah, I just did a vent session because I'm just frustrated about some shit. Trying to sell commodity and stuff at New Babbage, and even Pico can't sell shit here. It's like,
Yeah, nothing shows up.
That's free fly related?
Yeah, it could be, you know, but I don't know.
I've been having this problem for a while though, and I think it's related to my normal account shit.
Yeah, but I'm seeing it too, though, so there's definitely
Excellent.
something.
Yeah, true. Good point. I wonder how many actual free fly we do have going on.
I jumped in for a little bit last night. I felt like it took a good 5-10 minutes to get out of my hangar. Yeah, from Seraphim.
Well, yeah, Seraphim is the worst. It doesn't have multi-hanger. You choose everybody behind one hanger.
Yeah, that was
That's
not
the
free
biggest. That's a Seraphim-specific bug right now.
Yep.
Okay.
That was not the free fly. Sadly to say.
Well, I mean, free flight might make it worse because you got a bunch of more people maybe
Yeah.
in or something. Who knows? But it definitely, yeah, that's.
I'd forgot I was playing for a second. I was sitting there looking at my phone, waiting, and I got lost in my phone. All of a sudden, I heard the, the door start opening. Oh crap! Forgot I was playing a game.
It worked? Oh shit! Yeah. Yeah. Avoid Seraphim if you're gonna.
Oh man, just being in the PTU and getting into the Idris the last couple of days. It's just I got the bug now, man. I just want to be able to call it in my own hangar.
Yeah. I've
Hell,
stayed away
I
from it.
wouldn't. Sorry?
I said I've stayed away from it.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I wouldn't even mind having access to the old hangar app and being able to just not fly it, just walk around in it. Can't wait. I've been toying with if I want to grab the, I have the M, but I've been toying if I want to grab the K upgrade kit out of my buybacks just for, not having to worry about ammo.
Well, once you apply that K, you can't take it off. So.
Ah, yeah. No. I thought it was gonna be more like the Heart Seeker.
Yeah, I doubt it. It's not. From people that have put it on theirs, it doesn't come off. I haven't put
Yeah, I
it on
wouldn't be
mine.
doing that.
Yeah, because we've got the P and the A and the M, and I definitely ain't putting it on the M.
Yeah. I just wanted that like an extra option for the M, should I not want to run the railgun and.
Right, but it'll be permanent if you do. That's.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to do that. No way, no how.
Yep. Yeah, because the M is the M is the M. I mean, it's the military version.
The M's the whole reason why I have as much money sunk in the Star Citizen as I do.
Yep. I do because I'm just an idiot. This ain't gonna work either. Damn
It was what? It was my initial like carrot on a stick, if you will.
Yeah, it's
That was your leverage ship.
Yeah. If I knew then what I know now.
I was trying to get one. I had missed the initial sale. I tried getting one off of the gray market, and I could not get it anywhere near the original price. And I was just like, if they're going for 3-4K on the gray market, and I already have this much money into the game,
Yep.
I used the gray market to help fund my own fleet as well.
Yep.
But
yeah, but the scary part is also that back then, at least, and I don't know if they're going to change it again or what the plan is. But SIG was adamant about gray market stuff not being honored, and I wonder if they I wonder if they're going to look for that or not.
What way?
Because that's SIG's money, their income. And they had made it clear that gray market sales are forbidden. It's in the cost. Actually, in the terms of.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, what I'm wondering is, are they going to give a one-time.
Money's still going in SIG's pocket regardless.
Yeah, but
when somebody's buying something off of me, for instance, if they were to have bought it off of me back in the day, it's in my buyback. So SIG doesn't have, nobody has the product at that point in time. I'm buying that product back with hard cash. SIG's getting the money. They still get their profit.
Yeah, but sometimes companies look at it as, well, okay, so this third-party gray market person bought it. Now we can get a player to buy it because we forbid them from buying gray market. They're looking at it from a business perspective, not a what's right perspective.
I know what they did was, at one point in time, back when Sandy would be answering support tickets, they used to help you out. If somebody, let's say, if I did one of those sales and somebody charged back on me through PayPal, they used to work with you. Then at some point, I think it was like 2015, 2016, they made an official stance that said, we will not, you know, like the gray market, you're on your own, was pretty much what they said at that point.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, we're not gonna help. Yeah, we're not gonna help you out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that too. That's why I said I
But,
wonder.
like, fair enough.
I wonder what they're going to do though, because they did put in the toss that it's not kosher. So I guess we'll see. Because
And maybe the kosher part is that they just don't support you
right.
if something happens, right? They're like, you're on your own,
Yeah.
you know?
They'll
You
eventually-
chose.
Yeah. Well, eventually they'll either enforce the toss that they have now, or they'll change it.
That's the thing, how do you
They don't really know though.
how do you know somebody's not legitimately gifting somebody something versus, you know, I'm assuming you could look at somebody's account and how many has been gifted out, right?
Remember when all that started happening? SIG announced they had now serial numbered every freaking ship in the game. So every ship has its own trackable serial number.
Yeah.
So that's like one way they could track it.
It's like NFTs essentially.
Yeah. So they can do it that way. Whether they do or not is, we don't know. None of us know.
Right.
I mean, that was my question. I wonder what they're going to do.
I'd feel bad for anybody that I helped out.
Yeah.
That's for sure. That's way past the point of them being able to get their money back. So
Yep.
yeah, that would create a lot of angry people.
Yep. That it would. I don't understand why.
I mean,
people buy
ultimately-
the free market, you know.
Well, that's the thing. Ultimately, it's
Ultimately, it was paid for. So what are they gonna do? Not give it to anybody? Just delete it?
Why not? It's their
Yeah, I mean,
product.
SIG creates their own problems.
And
That's the thing.
And then they're opening themselves up for a lawsuit because an asset was purchased and now they've destroyed the asset out of some toss spite,
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
right?
I
They
agree.
got the money for it, so then they better refund the money. They would go back, go, we just returned the money. You
Well,
guys
yeah,
figure it
they'd
out.
they'd return the base price, not
Yeah,
the price.
they'd have to.
Yeah, not the price that you would pay.
Yeah, they don't give a shit about the gray market price. They just would return the base price, but they would be obligated to do that, and that may be more money than they are willing to part with. Period.
What I don't understand is why people even do that. I mean, it's like buying a video card from somebody selling it for 4 times the amount. Why in the hell do people do that? It's like, what's the freaking matter with you? Because you go to the video card companies, they won't, if they find
You got
out
more
it's-
money than they know it, than they, you know, you got more money.
It's
than-
SIG's own doing. They artificially create this scarcity, and then people miss being able to buy something, and they want it for LTI, and that used to be what used to drive all the sales I would do.
Yeah, it's all LTI sales, absolutely.
It's like, had they just, you know, kept things the way they were,
And
and
still, I got one ship that's not LTI.
yeah,
They should have.
it's my Mustang Omega.
They should have.
Yeah, for you it's the Omega, for me it's the Raven.
I had the Raven too. Yeah, Raven.
Oh, so you have two, yeah.
What SIG should have done is everything until the game releases is LTI. That's what they should have done.
It's the other stuff though too, man. It's like the scythes and stuff like that ship was what, $300, and you could get rid of it on the gray market for like $2K right now because you can't buy it. And that's the scythe.
Oh, right. The original.
Scythe, even the Idris M, the Endeavor Master set with LTI, like all those ships. Hell, I think I have 2 Starfarer Geminis in my buyback that I can buy back for $240. It's like,
What I
There's
didn't know
just-
the Scythe, I didn't know the Scythe was. Wow.
yeah. If you have a standalone scythe, like I have one,
I have one.
I can get. Yeah, you can get rid of it for over 2K on the gray market. I think I just saw one go for 2,300 because of the rarity of it.
Wow.
That's the thing. Most of the people that are buying gray market stuff, they're like a lot of them are collectors. If you look at like their numbers, you'll see that they've done like 50, 60 trades, and they're all purchasers.
Wow.
It's just, you know, I did that with the Omega. When I saw the AMD Mustang Omega, I'm pretty sure I gave somebody like $65 for it, and it was a free. They would have gotten it with their video card.
Yeah.
I wanted it because I knew that that was the only way people could have gotten it, and it would be, you know, in the future rare.
Right.
Can't do anything with it. I can't sell it. I can't, you know, it was gifted to me, and I melt it. I think it goes away for good. So
Yep.
yeah, it's just, you know, collectors.
Actually, I don't
Right.
think it'll
There
let
you
you
go.
actually melt it now. I think they changed that. You just can't melt it.
Oh, I'm so pissed. I lost a physical copy that I had upgraded to a Phoenix, a Connie Phoenix, and I accidentally melted it when I was trying to rearrange my fleet.
I never had a Phoenix one. Mine was a green box. I still have it. Green box freelancer.
Yeah, if you got something that's standalone gifted to you, you can't melt that. But if you've got like the package, like you said, you upgraded it and then did that, you're screwed. Because I did it with a freelancer MIS. I had to pull.
I still have one of them.
What pisses me off though is I had the full package, and it was that I didn't know that I couldn't melt that package, even though I had another package. And I did not know that melting it, I'd lose the whole damn package. And I did. I lost it all. The whole thing. I got refunded for it. But
It's like, hey, just go into your SQL backup and, you know, restore that one line for me.
yeah.
Bring that whole thing back to the way it was.
I didn't realize sites were worth that much. Wow. I flew mine the other day actually, just because I hadn't had it out
Yeah.
for a while.
Okay, that used to be that ship, especially when we first got to PU and we were able to fly around, and when we first got Grimhex.
Yep.
That was my spot. I always went to Grimhex. I always was flying around either the Scythe or the Glaive. And it was the old flight model when everything was zooming around.
Yeah. I never went got the Glaive. For some reason, it just did not appeal to me at all.
What was it? I did like I think it was like some arena commander thing, and then you were able to buy one, if I recall.
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I could buy one too, right? Because of that very reason, but I limited funds, you know. I focus my shit on what I
That must be
figured
why.
would be, you know, high-end industrial ships that, you know, would be more end game.
I must be eligible for that. I must be eligible too, because the last time they put it up for sale, I would have been able to buy it if I wanted to. So that must be why it was listed.
Yeah, I didn't want like fucking $300 for it, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. 350. It's 350, I think, if I remember right.
Or it used to be. I don't know. Maybe it's changed.
I can't wait to see the rework of both of those.
Well, they
Right.
were in the
Yeah,
squadron. They were in the squadron demo. Did you see him in the squadron demo?
Yeah, sorry. I mean, like get inside one of them and see them.
There are also a lot of other ships. I'm sure people. Can we buy it?
I wonder if the Scythe and the Glaive that they currently have out, if that's going to be, if that's getting upgraded, or if this is going to be like a Mark II Scythe, Mark II Glaive.
Probably. Because they're old school.
Mm.
They're all the
I wasn't sure if it was going to be that, or if it was going to be like, you know, Gold Pass type situation where there's like a.
My bet is it's the Mark IIs because they were all the original model or stuff, and that's all got to be converted.
Yeah, I mean, I really think they should not try and support all these old ship models and just when the game releases, it's the latest model. There you go.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
then
if
what
you
do you do
want
about
them,
the
you
people?
could have them, but they're not flyable. They're static museum pieces that you can put out for show.
Nope.
And it's
No,
just, that's
I
it.
bought them. They fly. They work. I want them to fly if I own them. Period.
Yeah, well, it's not a release game, okay? It's still in development, so that
But what I'm
development
getting at
phase is
is,
past.
you're missing the point. If they tried to
You're
do
missing
that,
the
I would
point.
not agree to. No way. They're a
Well, you ain't
flyable
got no
ship.
choice.
Yeah, I do. I bought and paid for them.
And you'll get the new version, the one that fits with the tech and doesn't have a lot of tech.
I already have the new version. I don't need
Well,
another
it's
version.
not the game isn't released yet. That version is not the final version. It's just a
Well, then
whip.
upgrade it. Well, then give me a refund.
It is just work in progress, bitch.
Then give me a
Deal with
refund.
it.
Has the site been updated at all since it came out?
No.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff's been updated 1,000 times. Do you want your original freelancer with all the rivets? Do you want that one back? Yeah.
Can't remember
I want my nose gear ladder. Yeah.
My point is.
Sorry.
My
The
point
scythe
is,
though, I can't remember.
The scythe has not been upgraded. No. It's had its MFDs done, but that's about it.
I was gonna say, felt like the original.
Yeah, it's just the MFDs have been updated. But what I'm getting at is, I have a freelancer. If the freelancer itself is upgraded to the modern spec, then I still have a freelancer. I had a Hornet that didn't get upgraded to modern spec, which is what they should have done, if that's what they were planning on doing. They should have taken my Super Hornets, all 4 of them, and turned them into Super Hornet Mark IIs, if that's what they were intending to do. They didn't. So I now have 2 Mark IIs and 4 Mark Is. 6 ships.
Yeah, no, obviously, my point is that all those ships should be the latest version, period, upgraded to, get rid of all the old crap, and eliminate the tech debt to have to support them. Right?
Yeah, but
Junk it.
then again, they'd have to rewrite their lore about it again, too.
I don't care. So what?
Well, I'm just saying.
I would rather them free up bandwidth to work on the game instead of, this kind of crap.
Well, the ships.
Well-
Go ahead.
That was gonna be my next question, was gonna be about the lure. Like, if the lure supports, F7A Mark 1s and Mark 2s, is there already lure for the Van Duel of having Scythe Mark 1 and Mark 2s, or
Yeah,
that would, I guess that would drive the likelihood of us getting the upgrade or not. Sorry, if I made sense there. I'm multitasking.
I'm thinking. We don't know what the hell they're doing. And
Yeah, true. I mean, they could come out with the new site and the new glaive and add that into the lore, and just, it is what it is.
right, and that's what they did with the lore, is they went from the Mark 1 to the Mark 2 and lore, just like the Zeus. Because the Zeuses are Mark 2s.
Though they did do that. They did that when they went to the Mark 1, right? The original model's gone. The original one we had, we don't have anymore.
Which one?
So they did get rid of that one. The Hornets.
What?
The original Hornet model, just like the original Freelancer model, and the original 300 model, and the original frickin' Cuddy. All those original models are gone.
Yeah, because they went through that engine change, and they had to update them all to the new engine. Yeah, that I see. What you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, but they changed the way they looked, not just other in the engine. They changed aesthetic severely. I think the worst aesthetic was on the 300s, right? They really changed the way they looked.
Agreed.
But they also did the Hornets, right? The Hornets changed quite a bit as well.
Right, but that
They used to be able to see them. Area 18.
Well, they used to have fans in the front.
Remember Area 18?
The nose?
Yeah.
when you're going to the spaceport, they would be on that one space highway or that you know that flying highway. You would see the old
Yeah.
models.
Well, I think you can still see the old models in some of those, in that section there of Area 18. You're right. I think you can. Or did they update it to new
No.
models?
Sure. Stayed away from Area 18 for quite a while.
Yeah, but again, that was across the board, so it wasn't like they came out with new variants. It was an across-the-board upgrade they had to do to every single model in the
Yeah.
game.
Well, they did it to the Connie too, right? The Connie Mark 1 and then now the Connie Mark 2. You don't see any Connie Mark 1s anymore.
Where's it say Connie
All you
Mark
see-
2?
It's just the Mark 2.
Where does it say
That's
that?
it.
I used to say it on the model. If you had the
Yeah.
little physical model, you know the model, the merchandise model they sold.
I haven't looked
I think
at
it says it either on the box or somewhere on it.
Does it?
Yeah, the Connies are all Mark 2s. The ones we have, anyway. But yeah, Mark 1s are gone.
I wanted one of those little models so bad, and by the time I actually went to go buy them, they weren't selling them anymore.
I have
Especially one for in the office.
Yeah, I've got a couple models. I don't have that many. Mostly of some of the ships that came with a model when you bought it. That's the only ones I really have.
My primary package is one of the ones that is the you know physical box. It's supposed to be signed by Chris whenever it comes.
Yep.
Mine was a freelancer green box. I don't think it was supposed to be signed, but
High Admiral, I
The
think.
Connie one is, because it was Chris'
yeah,
Constellation is
the
Chris'
Connie
ship.
might have been, but the freelancer one wasn't. At the time, I could not afford the Connie.
Son of a bitch.
I'm still pissed that I lost my fucking Andors, size 3 Andors. That fucking irritates the shit out of me.
Andors. What are you talking
They're
about?
the attrition, they're the old attrition ones that we got.
Yeah, but you'll get them back with a reset.
Yeah, okay.
How'd you lose them now?
They just disappeared. They just literally just disappeared. Don't know what happened to them.
Interesting.
They just were not on the ship when I claimed it, and they were gone.
I'm streaming, but I do not have Discord going through the stream, so.
Ah, I do.
Just, you know,
I had people complaining because they couldn't hear the conversations. It sounded like I was talking to myself.
You usually are. But I'm bummed.
Yeah.
you can see like the HUD and the overlay, so they can see your lights lighting up if you're talking, then people just wouldn't be able to hear you. There's nobody watching me anyway.
Are you streaming on Discord though?
Nah, Twitch.
Ah. Yeah,
Just messing around. I like to do that, and then when something good happens, because it saves my past broadcast, I can go back and clip it right from Twitch, and I save this space
Yep.
rather than recording all the time.
Yep. That's actually why I started. Also, originally it was because it saved my recordings, and I just clip them for the ID recording.
For the ICs, yeah. A lot of, yeah, that was a nice way to get your recordings for ICs.
Yeah, because I tried recording the local hard drive, and that was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, fucking lot of fucking stories.
Not only that, but also it slows down your game because of all the drive access. Which is why
Especially if you have a separate stream PC, you know, you're offloading all that coding and everything.
That's what I do now. But
Yeah.
it's funny because I've had that argument with people. It doesn't make any impact, blah 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 blah, and it's like, actually the discussion was, I made the comment about how PCs are not multitasking computers. Big mistake to make that comment to all know-it-alls. Bullshit, it's not. You can run multiple programs, blah, 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 blah. And I said, wrong. It's time sliced, which means it's fast enough that it appears as if it's multitasking. But in reality, the way Windows works, it is time slicing. It has a governor in it that controls, CPU cycles for every application that's running on it. I go, true multitasking is hardware. That's why the Commodore Amiga is the only personal computer that has ever been able to claim hardware multitasking, because it actually has multiple processors, including parallel processing, which that card never went to sale though. But Windows is time sliced, and a lot of people, they don't seem to understand the difference. And that's why when you run, and I said the proof, go take your machine right now and copy a couple gigabytes of files, a couple terabytes or something if you want, whatever, and then try playing a game. Any game that's a AAA game, and see what happens. They shut up and went away. Because they know damn well that's exactly what's happening. And the DMA is getting choked.
Wow.
The DMA channel. It's getting better today just because you've got...
You wonder why these guys in the freaking ETF, where you've done that too, quite a few times.
Yep.
They fucking hate you with a passion that cannot be,
Yep.
that really cannot be fucking measured. They
Yep.
just fucking hate Malachi, and they're just like, motherfucker. It's like, well,
I tell the truth, and they don't like it. They do
fucking
not like
hate it. They just hate it with a passion.
Yep.
I mean, if they don't know something, though, they shouldn't be speaking to it as if there's some...
Oh, but that's these guys. They are just, that's who they are.
Yep. Exactly.
They're just used to people not challenging their fucking stupidity.
Yep, that's exactly right. And that's my, that's what I always do. I challenge it. And, nice people don't do what I do. They don't call somebody out on everything.
Yeah, well, most people would just go, yeah, whatever, and let it go. They just don't. They don't want to. They don't even give a shit enough about it. Well, Malachi's like, no, I'm gonna fucking die on this hill, bitch.
Yep. You're gonna make such claims, I'm gonna call you on it.
We just, oh god.
And the reason I do that now, I got tired of people lying about everything. And I think for me, the turning point in that was there were people giving people advice about real life stuff that had these people followed them, and their advice would have killed them. It would have killed them. And that, for me, it came to that one time, and that's where it just became the hill that I'll die on. Because, having all these people doing that kind of crap when the advice and the stuff they're saying could actually get somebody dead, that's too far for me.
I don't know who we were. This is a long time ago. We were having a discussion about reloading ammunition or something. And powders. We were recipes, right? We were doing something. Somebody was chiming in with just fucking asinine. Yeah, asinine bullshit. It's like,
who the hell was that? I'm trying to remember.
I can't remember. Yeah, and it was. No, I do a fair bit of reloading. And
yeah, I don't remember who that was.
really sounds like you're attempting to fucking blow yourself up.
Yep.
Fucking catch a fucking bolt in the back of your fucking, or in the face. Yeah, I was. Who the fuck was?
I don't remember. I think
Pretty sure it was a European guy or somebody was saying.
I think that's actually the discussion where you and I actually met, kind of, became friends with each other.
It might have been. It was a long time ago, and they were. It's like, no, you best be following. Don't be telling people they can do whatever the fuck. I mean, the type of powder and how fast that powder burns. That's where we were going. We're like, it absolutely matters, the pressure, you can't, and barrel length. I mean, we started going down all the fucking things you've got to consider, and they were like, nah, just, you're fine as long as it just fits, well, it doesn't matter, just fill it up, kind of attitude. And it was like, what the fuck are you? Do not listen to this fucking moron, whatever you do. Yeah.
Exactly, and that's the way I speak. It's like, it was just one of the things that, when my attitude towards all that changed was, there was this person that was claiming that COVID, it was, or was it COVID? No, it was somebody claiming that in a survival situation, you should use pure chlorine, a tablespoon per gallon of water.
A tablespoon?
To purify.
To purify water?
Yeah, and I was like, are you fucking nuts? And they're like, you can dry it up, and sure enough, he was right about one thing. You can look on all these sites, and they'll say a tablespoon of water to purify a gallon of water, and I'm like, you people are idiots. I go, you're gonna kill somebody.
Tablespoon of fucking chlorine.
Yep. I said, you're gonna kill somebody with that kind of advice. And the one guy that on his website, he was threatening lawsuit against me. And I'm like, go for it. I go, you people.
And what kind of chlorine were they using, like pool chlorine, or something you would use for like a pool or a hot tub or something? What kind of chlorine?
Pure, what's that called? It's pure chlorine, basically.
Yeah, I mean,
the stuff that you can use for washing your clothes, that kind of stuff. There's a name for it.
Oh.
You can't think of it off the top of your head.
Well, there's chlorine bleach.
Yeah. No,
like fucking, you don't want to use chlorine bleach either, right?
Right. Nope.
I mean,
exactly.
I wouldn't use any of that fucking crap, man.
It's the pure chlorine without the other stuff they put in.
Either way, nobody uses fucking chlorine to purify water that they believe is non-potable.
If you're in an emergency situation, you can use, like, I think it's 6 drops per gallon.
So, well, no, but they also sell those tabs.
Right.
They have those chlorine tabs that you can dispense, and they're so fucking small. That chlorine tab is half the, like an old, the old like Bare aspirin.
Right.
It's half that size.
Right.
Right, in a sealed foil bladder or blotter. Those. Remember those?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can still get them, and you pop it out. Sealed. You pop out one, and they're tiny. But the ones I thought that we had, I don't think those were even 1 gallon. I think those were for 5 gallons of water.
Yeah, they might have been. I know for military, for emergency use.
It was basically for a fucking jerry can of water, right? They were really, they didn't, 1 gallon. Who the fuck 1 gallon? 5 gallons, we don't have 1 gallon anything, right?
Right. In our survival training, it was I think if I remember right, it was six drops of bleach or chlorine to a gallon of water. However, with mandates, you don't go over 3 gallons that you ingest.
Yeah, and liquid might be less molarity, density than the tablet, right?
But the rules also were that if you did have to use that, you were to report to a medical professional, immediately, that kind of thing. Well, these people...
Yeah, better get yourself checked out.
Right. These people were pushing this idea that, tablespoon of chlorine per gallon of water, don't worry, I've lived on it for the last 10 years. I said, you're a fucking...
Yeah, it's the same that they think they can drink distilled water.
Yeah, and I called him out.
I mean, if you were in an emergency and you needed to drink, if you had to drink and all you had was distilled water, fine, drink some distilled water. You should fucking eat some dirt while you're at it.
Yeah, and so I called him out. Said that he's lived on it for 10 years and hasn't had any problems health-wise, blah, blah, blah. And I called him a liar in front of everybody. And, you know, he threatened us.
And maybe the moron has, but he just doesn't know what he's
Right.
doing.
Could
That's
you
scary
imagine
shit.
what it would do to your insides to ingest a tablespoon of...
Oh, that's an insane amount of chlorine.
I know. I'm like, you'd have no insides left. It would...
How does chlorine, I mean, no offense, but what is the chemical, I mean, what does your guts, your
It's an
stomach's
acid.
hydrochloric acid, how does that react with chlorine?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know. I'm not the doc, so I couldn't tell you, but it's not good. It's, you know, it's stupid stuff like that, though. That is... when I hear it, I call them out. I'm like, no, not gonna sit here and let them kill somebody. Nope, not happening.
All right, hey, I've got my Hornet functional. She's back to her mostly former self. I've got guns. We should go kill some shit.
Well, go ahead. Man, pulling all this shit out of my inventory and shit's still missing. God.
You know, my Mark II. My Mark II. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Understand all these ships up here that are just floating up in space.
Well, that didn't work. N4 was here earlier. He'll probably be back. Right now he's helping some people in PTU apparently. On a Polaris. They're trying to steal an Idris.
Nice.
And they were talking about maybe doing some contested zones or OLPs or something, you know.
Yeah. Were they going to do them in PTU or live though? Did he say?
I'm live, pretty sure. Hey, so are your... Wait, is this a... What kind of gun is... What kind of gun is this? Is your ship, your Hornet, fixed with the guns and everything?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Right.
Just curious, I thought I might have come across one here. Floating in space.
Well, you can still take the parts. The parts will be there.
Well, I'm in a Hornet. I can't... hold on, I'm just now coming up on it. Check it out.
Oh, I know what I was doing.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
No, he's got a standard turret on this one.
Is it a Mark II?
Looks like a Mark... Well, hard to tell if it's a Mark 1 or 2, you know? I don't really know. They both have that new nose, right?
Yep. Didn't the old one have the longer tail?
It's just a standard Hornet, I think. Yeah, it's a Mark. Oh no, shit! This is a Mark II Super Hornet.
You seen that?
Do what?
Where are you seeing the Mark II Super Hornet at?
Oh, it's just floating in space here. It's heavily damaged. It's got all its
What the
stuff.
fuck is going on here?
It's got revenants on its wings. Interesting.
Oh boy, did I just find a massive bug. Wow. Holy shit.
Yeah, found a big bug, huh?
Yeah.
Want me to tell you you should go do a write-up on it?
No, I'm sitting here trying to decide what the hell to do now.
Yeah.
Because
Boom. She go boom.
what the hell? You gotta be fucking kidding me.
I'm just doing my civic duty and blowing up abandoned ships floating in space above Hurston.
You know how I set out Blair and boxes and shit like that to monitor my account, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, I just pulled up all the boxes out of inventory because I was trying to fix this issue where I can't see all my shit in inventory.
Uh-huh.
And I pulled all of them up, and now I set them outside the elevator on the edges of the hangar. And you've been in my hangar. You remember how I had all the boxes lined up along the walls and stuff?
Uh-huh.
And I kept different suits of armor in them and whatever.
Okay.
They're all gone.
I would leave. We should leave and log back in. I would get the fuck out of that hangar. Let's go to and log out somewhere. Let's
Yeah,
come back
because that
in.
was at least a dozen boxes full of gear, weapons, you know, using them like lockers basically.
Is other stuff out?
Yeah, the pictures are still on the walls, the flag's still there, but every
Something's
single one of
wonky.
every single one of the boxes is now gone.
Yeah, we need to get out of this, sir. It's been misbehaving for a little while.
Alright, so I'm not gonna leave my hangar then yet.
This is unfreaking believable.
Do we want to go to, we should go to freaking Pyro and work on a different zone. You know, CZ zone. Mon frère?
You have a group going already?
No, we don't.
Have a what?
We don't have a group yet. Alright, I'm just gonna go land.
Yeah, we'll meet at the main menu.
Alright, I'm gonna land at Everest and just log.
I don't fucking believe this.
Jesus, fucking Hornet can accelerate. Pretty good.
Oh shit, yeah, a bunch of my other players is gone. It's like, okay, so the pictures are still here. The envelope display is still here. The 2 CitizenCon boxes are still here. But everything else is gone. Holy shit. Actually, I can't leave this here.
we server hopping, or are we gonna jump the car
Yeah,
or
I'm
something?
gonna, probably server hop, try to server hop.
Yeah,
Um,
and maybe we'll get lucky and my stuff will show back up.
I haven't taken off yet, so I'm just gonna exit the lobby, if that's the case.
Oh, it even got rid of a ship. Look at that. So I got a ship missing even.
Get out.
Down now! Get down!
Get,
Get on the boat!
get away from that. No, get to the chopper. No, get to the menu.
There you go.
Oh no. There is something wrong. I can't get it to give me a hanger at Everest. Okay, that's good.
Grabbing a drink, BRB.
Gotcha.
What I'm worried about is it's going to save the state of the account.
But it may be a lie, right? It's not really the state, you know.
Well, to us, yeah. What does the game see, though? I'm just quitting straight to desktop. Boom. And I'm going to go back in right away and see what happens.
Go somewhere else.
Yeah, I will.
Oh no, come on.
If it lets me.
Meisterschütze. Meisterschütze. Okay, interesting. Meisterschütze is not a Connie. Who is Josiah, 2023? He's red. Come on. Can I get a fucking... Alright, I'm gonna go somewhere else. Everest is clearly foobarred.
Something definitely was foobarred because it didn't lock my account. You know how it normally locks your account when you first leave the game?
Uh-huh.
I just quit the desktop, but I can now select where I want to go. So it didn't lock my account, so.
I'm back.
Put me in 200 this time. So, let's see if my stuff's there.
In US?
Yeah. If I have my shit back, you guys can load on me.
I still haven't been able, I haven't left the server yet because I don't want to, I'm scared to just log out and then claim this ship.
Yeah. Hey, McQueen, yeah, I saw that too. I don't know how to do anything about it though. Yeah, I found out today's my, apparently my 3-year, is it 3-year anniversary streaming? According to Twitch.
Oh, happy
Cake Day.
Yeah. I don't like cake.
cake.
I don't like cake. I don't like cake. Send me bullets.
See, I don't either.
Pie.
I shouldn't say that. There is one
This
cake.
pie I am very fond of.
There is one cake and frosting type that I like. Angel food cake with milk chocolate frosting.
Interesting. Okay, I got that. That's pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, that's the only kind of cake I like. Angel food cake with
You know what?
chocolate milk frosting.
There's a pie, honestly, that I do miss, and you can't get it anymore. It was a pie that was made by Fur's Cafeteria. They called it Millionaire's Pie. Oh my God, it was good.
What was it?
It was kind of a cream pie with nuts and fruit in it. That's the only way best I can describe it. And it had the crumb crust on the bottom, you know?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I
My
love that.
my grandma
Mariner's
made
pie.
it.
Oh, it was good. Good pie, man.
My grandma used to make that. I don't remember what you call
Pie.
that. The one pie I really do like also, I get butter pecan pie with
Yeah,
pecan
yeah.
ice cream.
Butter pecan. Yeah.
With butter pecan ice cream.
Oh, nice. I love pecan pie. That's probably one of my next favorite pies,
Well,
even
that's
though
why I
it's
just
just a
said
bunch of fucking
pecan,
sugar, but
I call them
yeah.
pecan. You call them pecan.
Pecan. Pecan.
Pecan, whatever.
Yeah. Yep, I'm a
Pecan
fan.
pie,
I usually
butter
make that.
pecan.
That's one of the things I'll make for holidays is I'll make a couple pecan pies. Maple syrup pecan pies, that is.
Honey or maple syrup, either one.
Well, it definitely worked once I'm at the jump gate, you know, station,
Yeah.
and I did get a hanger, so maybe I jumped DGS servers and
You did, yeah, because each area has its own DGS. There's 7 in Stanton, so.
that might have fixed my immediate problem anyway.
I'm still sitting at menu. I was just waiting to see if you got
Yeah,
a
I'll
good
be
serve.
there. I will be there in a
Yep.
second.
Yeah,
You're good.
I didn't set anything up yet because I wanted to see if this fixed it.
Yeah.
Be a short day if it did.
Has a lot going on today. Remember, your belongings.
Yeah, okay. I am Scooby-Doo at the menu. Oops. I clicked on your party invite a little too late for both of you.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, that might have been mine from before, you mean?
Yeah, I guess I didn't see it in game.
Alright, I'm going to be at the city, the hangar, or the elevator, and all my shit's gone.
Mm.
All of it. These, I think, are the things that yep, these are because they weren't, well, I'm not sure why they stayed, actually. 4 boxes stayed. 4 boxes that stayed are the ones that we've been using to store, oh wait, only 3 of them stayed. So one of those is missing. Shit. So the food box stayed. The utility box stayed, and I think that was the armor. Yeah, the armor box, the one that we've been using for anybody can use the gear out of stuff.
Yeah.
3 of them stayed. The weapon one, the the weapons and ammo disappeared. And then
I
all
mean,
my stuff.
did you check your inventory to see if the boxes are in the inventory?
Yeah, they're gone. All of them.
Yeah.
So is all that weapons, armor, etc., etc.
This is why I don't want you keeping anything. You're too volatile of a place.
Unbelievable.
So here's what I suspect happened. You were hell bent on getting shit out of your inventory so you could see the rest of your inventory, whatever. And so you were hauling crap constantly out into your hangar. I think you overloaded your hangar inventory.
Did something, that's for damn sure.
Yeah. Now, no, maybe you should take some stuff that you pulled out and put it back in your inventory and see if the other stuff reappears.
That's actually good. See if it called it because of visible, because of
Yeah,
number of entities.
just number of entities, yeah. If it's culling, could be. Sounds like something CNG would do. It's probably first in, last, or last in, first out kind of thing. Or, how do you say it? First in, last out? So the things that you had there the longest would be the ones they culled out. They cull out first.
I'm going to put all those same boxes back in inventory.
A lot of what you lost, like purchased stuff or
Yeah,
stuff.
It's all purchased stuff.
Can they just run something, repair your character type of deal?
Well, that's what they've done a number of times now since all this started. This all started before Christmas, before Christmas, and they also ended up coming in and using my account while I was even in game to try and figure out what the hell's going on. And a lot of the bugs that were accounts were getting bricked. Mine was the one that I could reproduce it every time, and they were able to fix something like 8 different causes of accounts bricking. So now we're past the point where I can permanently brick my account. But
well, they cheated. They put in a fucking script that kind of resets it, you know, back to a former state.
Yeah.
It's like have memory leak and just reboot your computer.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, kind of. And so now this is new. This is.
Yeah, I'd store a bunch of shit, leave, come back in, and see if that makes a difference.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. That was actually a good idea because I hadn't thought of that yet. Put stuff away and see if the other stuff shows back up.
Every once in a while. I wonder. It's too bad they don't have something that would warn you of that, you know?
If that's what happened, yeah. But on the other side of the coin, this shouldn't happen. There is no reason this happens. They don't need to have limits because of how accounts are now working and set up with the data structure. The only reason they're doing this stuff with their LODs and their entities is because of the amount of memory it uses. But it's not taken into account a person's client. It shouldn't matter what the frickin' server has going if you're not. This is the problem with it being server bound. Because
everything's server bound. Yeah.
exactly. And this is the kind of problem that you run into if this is indeed what's going on.
And you'd think that's instant. If it was instance, it would.
Yep.
You know, just don't have it. Just put it on the client.
Exactly. Yep. It should be on the client using up the client's memory. But I'm only running 34 gigabyte of memory out of 28 gig. So all the game is doing is loading models into local memory. It's not doing anything else.
Have you done any of the control zones? Yet?
Any of the what?
Renali? The control zone?
I've not.
You haven't done any of them?
No.
What the hell?
I think I've like just done a few cargo missions here and there, gone to Pyro and done like the super easy bounty hunting mission to get 100K. Outside of that, it's just been jumping into PTU and trying to get on interests. Telling you, man, I can't wait. Tell me about that shit, dude.
Well, that's what N4 is doing. They're basically looking. The group he's with is trying to capture an Idris right now. Might have already done it.
It seems pretty easy to get people together, even if you're just running solo, which has kind of been my case. Sometimes it's been better than other times in regards to like FPS. First time I got on one, the FPS was so bad. Next time, we were dragging bodies, throwing them off the ship, all the AI bodies.
Oh, trying to
Prove it.
improve it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw some stuff on the stress test they did yesterday. Oh, it was just a slideshow. Like, horrible. I had everybody spawning Polarises, and there were a couple Idrises. People got Idrises and brought them in.
That was probably the devs.
Just smoking it. No, One was, I was watching his stream. One of them was a streamer.
They gave it to him, or he just got it?
No, they captured it from the mission.
Oh, okay.
From, I think there's the Slicers mission, Bill, you know, that I think is the only one. I don't believe the other one, which was what the fuck were they called? The family game group one from Miles Eckhart, the Eckhart one. I don't think that one's working anymore.
Anybody want to try and you don't have enough stuff, I guess. More than likely.
How much stuff did you take out?
A lot.
Yeah, he was sitting there for fucking a half an hour at least, if not an hour, just hauling shit out of his inventory with the elevator and putting it out.
Yep. And the last time I moved the elevator, there was a big pause. And I will bet you during that pause is when it culled.
It was started culling. Yeah. You're probably right.
Yep. It deleted a whole bunch of shit. Well, everything basically, because I pulled everything out, put it in boxes, and organized it. And it's
Oh
all
yeah,
gone.
you had full. So he was like organizing in one box. He'd have a set of armor, weapon, the full like if you wanted a outfit, right?
Yep. Yep.
He had a whole bunch of boxes dedicated to that, if I recall.
Yep. I had a dozen boxes of different sets of armor, weapons, all geared up, food and water. So all I had to do was put them on and go. And then I had other boxes set up for extra weapons, extra undersuits, helmets, armor, food, water, weapons, ammo, medical, all that shit that we could put on ships. And then I had some other boxes set up for categorizing specific stuff that I want just for me, that kind of thing, you know. All of it's gone, every single one. And some of it was my good, well, not some of it, most of it was my good stuff. And the sad part is, a lot of the good stuff also is, some of it had like scopes and stuff that we found in game.
Right, a lot of the nice optics and the stuff that has stat changes, good stats.
Yep.
Yeah, well, low light, LL.
Yep.
Stuff like that. Yeah. Yep.
And
Yep. Yep.
it also includes the box that had the armor and weapons. All the work we've done.
The armor and weapons, for the missions.
Yep. And the events.
Yeah.
They're all gone.
That's why I said you should not keep any of that stuff. You're too volatile.
All those parallax gun. I mean.
The blessing and the curse.
It's not a blessing. That's for damn sure.
I mean, having all this stuff to begin, you know.
Well, we
In the
worked
first
for that. We worked for that as
Right,
a
right,
group.
right.
Yo, all that gear, yeah, is gear that we did trying to use the gather for the Wakello missions.
Yep.
No more. Malachi is he doesn't get to keep anything.
Except what's mine.
So whatever.
Except I don't have anything anymore.
Well, let's hope it reappears if you get rid of this crap and it pulls back.
Well, you guys go ahead. I'm going to write this up and get it to SIG. Because this is a bad one. And I'm wondering now if it is reproducible, because over the last couple of weeks I've heard of a lot of people losing stuff out of their hangars. It just disappears. So it might actually be a reproducible bug, and it never dawned on me or anybody else that it was because
That it's culling.
that it's
Yeah.
culling.
Yeah.
Do you have any trash that you'd thrown down as well?
Nope.
Like empty drinks, anything?
Nope. No, I stopped doing that when SIG was actually in my account running around in the hangar and stuff, and that was when we figured out bottles could cause it. So no, we don't drop it. It get put in a box. That box is gone too. So it called the trash.
Yeah, he had a little one SCU box right in the front of the consoles where that was his trash box.
I called that too. Shit.
Yeah. Store shit. Store a bunch of stuff.
Alright, well. Just sitting here.
It'll be pretty evident if you store a bunch of crap. Log out, log back in, you should see
I already did.
something.
That's what I was doing.
Oh, you already did?
Yeah, that's what I was doing before. All the boxes and everything I took out, I put them back in.
Uh-huh.
I'm afraid to try it on live, but we can definitely give it a shot on PTU if all that stuff copies over.
Oh, I bet you in PTU it's got the same bug. I'm almost sure of it because PTU is based on this build. I gotta figure out how to write this up without being well, I'm gonna close the stream for now, and because it's gonna take me a bit to write this up and do this. So I'll have the stream back up later, I'm sure, for everybody watching. But for the moment, I'm gonna shut it down.